Hi guys, I'm Ashif Ali and watching CGHOW video. Today we will make this cool healing beam effect in Unreal Engine 5.6 Niagara. You will create each and every emitter in this with me if you follow along. And by end of this video, you can make this effect. Even if you are beginner, because I'm making it very slow. Each and everything I'm explaining and creating materials, emitters, lots of things I'm doing in this. So let's start this tutorial. So let's start this. So first, what I'll do, what I make a beam materials M beam. You can make it very simple, but let's make it very cool actually. So on a flat planer, I will use unlit, and you can use translucent or relative, depends. So let's use translucent for now. So what you can do, you can take a texture coordinate, and if I break the channels, Shift C for the mask, and I'll take this single channel green, which looks like this, and red is horizontally. So basically, if you want that gradient in the center, you can subtract 0.5, so it will be there. And the left side is negative value, so you can use absolute, so that will also be positive. So in the center, you will have black value. So you will have a line. Cool. That looks black. You can invert it, just taking 1 minus, and it will be white. Okay. But instead of 1 minus, if you can use power after this, and maybe 3. You can go like this, and nothing wrong with this, and it will look cool. See? But if you, instead of these two nodes, after this, which I have a black line here, you use divide and use a very low value like 0.01. It will give you a cool gradient which is very bright like this. And to mask it from the side, you can use this part, which is masking it properly. Now you can multiply these together, and the final result will be this hot beam. Okay, looks cool, right? So now I'll just take the particle color and multiply it with this, and then multiply this again with the alpha. This will go here and this will go here. Okay, simple. So I'll just save it for now. Now let's create a sequencer here first. I'll open this sequencer, and then I will create a Niagara and take the empty NS will be. So I need a single particle, so I will use this minimal, and inside, because I need single particle, I'll use burst with one particle, and let's replace it with a material. So I will use my beam material here. Cool. So now you have this. I'll make this green. Oh, not position, color actually. I'll make this green. Here. Should be green. Let me check the material. Let me save again. Why it's not turning green? Am I doing something wrong? Okay, so maybe the values are different. So let's directly connect it here. Maybe we have lots of values here, or you can saturate it also. So if I take the saturate node, let's connect this and this here. Let's save it again. It's weird. Let me take color here, although it should work. Yeah, it's working. Why it's not working with here? That's weird. Now it's working. Might be a bug or something. So we have this, and if you want the core to be white, you can do one thing here. You can, after saturate, let's use a Lerp. And in Lerp, I want this to be here and this to be here. So basically, in this beam, because I'm using Lerps, white part will remain white because of this one value. Black part will be using this particular color, which is green. So if I save, you can also use a power parameter in between, so you will have more control. Now you can see it looks hot now. Cool. Now we have, this is camera line first, so we have to make this. You can also make this velocity line if you want, and you can also make this custom alignment, custom facing vector, and take here align to mesh orientation and fix this. By default, it will mm, take a axis, but if you want to change that, you can change, or you can just rotate it from here. So you can just not random degree and 90-degree. Okay, cool. So now we have some thickness. So I will go non-uniform, and we can make this thick, or we can make this long, and it's stretching from the center. So I will just make the pivot of y 0. So now if I stretch, you can see it's stretching from that point. Okay, but I want it above, so I'll just make it 1. So now it's stretching like this. I think that was fine. Yeah, cool. So let's save it for now, and let's drag it into the sequencer. And I'll make this, I'll use the Niagara component, then life cycle. So you will have this red thing, then you can use desired edge. So when you will drag it, your particle will spawn and it will work on the timeline. Now I will move this above here. I don't need this. Let's put a character so you will have idea how big you want it. So let's drag. So in front of this character, this should be little more big. So let's close this. Size maybe 10 times. So I will make it 100, 100 and 400. Let me check. Yeah, this looks fine with the character. I think I can make it little more wider, I guess. Maybe 600 and 150 or 200 will be fine. Yeah, this is fine now. It should be like this. So it will not visible in the camera from where it is coming. So that will look good. Let's move it here. Cool. So let's now animate it. So what I'll do, I'll take the size and I'll break this and then break this also. And I'll make the x1 and y a user parameter. Now this y scale factor is a user parameter. So I'll just save it and go here in my, here. You can animate it here also. You don't need to do that. So let's animate it here. I'm not making user parameter. Let's delete it. I was actually thinking to do it in a sequencer, but let it be. So what I'll do, curve. Okay. So basically I will animate it from top to bottom. So it should be in starting 0 and at 0.2, I guess it should be 1. So if I play, so it will be like this. And live should be like 2. And let's actually break this. I need separate. So for the X, I don't want key now. For the Y, this should be like 0.1, 0.01, very fast, like this. And I think live should be 1. And then at the end, it should scale down. So after 0.7, it should scale down at 0 on x-axis. can click here and then it will play just this part again and again. And yeah, why is why is it not scaling properly? Something weird is happening. It's okay. Let me check here. Yeah, it's working here, but it's something weird here. So let it be. So now you can see it's coming very fast and then it scaled down like that, but it's coming too fast. So I want this key to be maybe 0.05 to off. Yeah, now it looks fine. I like it. Now what I'll do, I'll duplicate this and maybe I'll just make this wider, maybe 400, and make this little less opaque. So there will be a more glow if you want. Otherwise, you can use just this. Cool. So when it hits, I want some particles there, some glow there. So what I'll do, I'll make new emitter, or you can use the same. Duplicate this. And in this one, I want the same radial material that is default. And this thing, I want to align it on Z. And I don't want to scale it like this. They should be like this. Okay. And particle size, it should be just uniform and curve, and it should just scale very fast like this, like maybe 0.3. Let me check. So the position of this is actually above there, but I want it down. So how much you have to move it? If you see the position is 600, if I put exactly, that means the height of this 600. So you can move it down 600. So you have to just go here, minus 599, not exact 600. So there will be something on ground like this. Cool. So if I now check both, so I need to add some glow in it, and it should be really hot like this, maybe 50, 20, and there should be a delay of maybe 0.1. And let's make this also once, and this one also once, and let me check per frame. So it's coming earlier, so it just should be little more delay, 0.15, I guess. So now you can see, now it's working. Cool. Fine. Cool. So now I will duplicate this, paste it, and what I'll do, I'll make this green now. Maybe just one the green. It should be bigger maybe, and this should be like 3 times bigger. Life maybe 0.6, like this. And I'll make this fade. So you can just use. I'm going very slow this time because lots of comments on YouTube are like, you are too fast, we are not understanding anything. That's why I'm making it very slow. So if you don't understand, let me know. So now you have this cool thing. I want also some rings outward. And one more thing I want, I'll duplicate this one more time. And this time I'll make it like 2 and make the size 5. So it will be like a shockwave, very big. And I'll make it also very subtle. Cool, like a light effect. My beam has random color, I think, yeah, because of this. It's not green every time. Now it's green. And let me check in all emitters. Yeah, should not be there. So now I just want some rings and some particles that going up. So what I'll do first, let's burst some particles. So I will duplicate this one more time. And in this time, I don't want, uh, which emitter is this? Let me check. Yeah, I don't want this facing thing. And I want like 50 particles. And this should be smaller. Maybe if I go 5 and 1. And this should be a shape. I will use slender shape. I don't want any height. And some velocity. That should be from point. Let's check. Yeah, looks fine. And maybe 200. And till 200 is too much. Actually, shape is, I think, shifting it back to that position. So I will make here an offset minus, and same thing should be here. That's how it work, like this. Life may be random, 1 and point 0.5. See? And then I will also add some color noise, maybe just 50, animate it. Let me check. Yeah. Let me check now. And there should be delay in this also. Yeah, there's delay. And now I can add a gravity, but positive, maybe 200. So it will go up, but it should be random. So from 0 to 100. Some will go up, some will not. And some will be very bright, maybe 20. And size, I think just 0.2 to 1. Cool. So this is for like around this, but I want also for beam. So I will duplicate this one more time. This time I want slender to get height like 300 and width radius maybe 50. I think height maybe 600. It should be 0. Yeah, cool. And then what I need to duplicate this one more time. This time what I'll do, I'll change the radius of this slender, maybe this. I want more gravity, and then I want to align it on the velocity. Let me show how it looks. Then finally I need a size by speed, maybe 20 and 10. Let me check how it looks. And the velocity should also be linear, so it will go up like this. Maybe uh, I will actually make this a little more down, not that much. So it should come from the ground. Life maybe 2 and 1, and size maybe 50 and 20, even more. I just want like these lines, and it should be faded, maybe 1.8. Let me check. And I will increase this a little bit. And this is just hit and try thing. You can, and spawn rate it's not bit 50, just 20. And then I will add some rings I have already ring material, but if you want to make, you can make. Let me just check ring texture. I have lots of rings actually. Which type of ring I want is something like this. It's a flat ring, not that. I want with some glow. So let me use this one, this, or maybe this one. So let me check if I have a material. So I have a material which is very simple. And for the thickness, I have done the parameter. Cool, simple material. Let's browse it. And here what I'll do, the third emitter, which was the glow, this. So I will duplicate this, paste it down here, and I'll change this material. And we need a dynamic parameter actually with the zero value. Yeah, like this. I want around 3, and it should have random. If it's 0 0.6, 0 0.6, 0 0.4. So you can see now all 3. Size maybe 5. Looks cool. And some ring I want to go up. So I'll just copy this, paste it, and I'll just add velocity 200, and should be smaller, maybe 4, and size should be remain same, 3 I guess. Yeah, looks cool. You can add lots of glow kind of thing in this if you want, right? I will not add. I will just, you can add something here that makes glow. So what I can do, I can duplicate this. I'm just showing you this one, this second emitter, which is like a glow. And I'm using this. And I can just randomize this in all axes like -1, -1, -1, copy and paste. But this is just a single particle. So let's make it around 10. So you will notice now this is kind of 3D. So it's all facing all direction. I don't want that much of brightness. Maybe just 2 is enough. And the size maybe random maybe, or maybe just 200 double. So it's like a glow that is in all directions like this. And it should fade. It's not fading. So I'll take scale color, and it just should fade. Cool. So now there's something here which is like a glow. Cool. Let me save all, and let me just make this one, this glow, a little more bigger, maybe 4. Yeah, now I like it. So this is how you are missing something. I just, for the health, we can add something like a plus shape. I don't have actually. Let's make one quickly. So material M, you can just call it plus. I'll just make it quickly. I'll make the translucent material unlit text. There are lots of ways to do it, so you can do how you want to. So if I just subtract 0.5 and then take the absolute and then take break X and Y, if I preview how it looks, this is your X and this is your Y. So I think you can take minimum or maximum something. Let me check. Yeah, you got the plus. You can just invert this and take the step 5.1. Actually, we don't need invert. We got our plus, right? So I'll just take the particle color, connect it here, and this will go for the opacity. Quick material, let's save it. Something that you are not making daily, you have to check. So it's not, you don't know that. So, so which particle I will duplicate? This is this is the wind glow. I should rename it. I will duplicate this one, or maybe this one, which is like a slender. So I'll duplicate this, replace this, change the size to maybe 15, 20. Let me check. Yeah. And spawn rate maybe just 6 and size maybe 20 and 5 and slender size radius actually that still size is too big, maybe 10 and 1. Cool. I just want more radius in slender. Looks cool. You can enhance it a lot of way. You can have more glow and everything. So I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.